All right, folks, it's a beautiful day at the old ballpark. So put your mustard on that dog, grab that bag of peanuts, sip that cold one, and let's meet our Tiger of the Day.
Today's Tiger video is Tom Brookens. He is represented by a 1983 Donruss base card, number 454, with an on-card auto, slabbed by stats grading. When people talk about the 1984 Detroit Tigers, the names that fly out first are the legends: Trammell, Whitaker, Gibson, Parrish, Morris. But every championship team has a guy who does a little bit of everything. The player managers trust, the fine, I'll handle it guy. Today, we're talking about Tom Brookens, the mustached, hard-nosed Tiger who spent the heart of his career in Detroit, helped power one of the greatest seasons in franchise history, and left behind a highlight reel that's way more fun than most people remember. Tom Brookens didn't arrive in Detroit as a throw-in. The Tigers drafted him in the first round, 4th overall, the kind of pick that comes with real expectations, and it wasn't just hype. Brookens had that tool bag style teams love. He could move around the infield, he played with edge, and he didn't shrink from big moments. That's important, because in Detroit, the standard wasn't look good. It was win. By 1979, he reached the majors with the Tigers, and over the next decade, he became one of those players you could write into the lineup in multiple ways. Starter here, utility there, late-inning defense, pinch run, you name it. Brookens' baseball card might say third baseman, but his real role was problem solver. Need someone to cover third base for long stretches? He did it. Need a steady hand at second or short because someone's dinged up? He could slide over. Need a guy who wouldn't panic with the game on the line? Sparky Anderson knew exactly who to call, and that's what kept Brookens in the mix year after year. He could do more than one job, and he did them with a Detroit attitude, tough, gritty, and unapologetic. He played over 1,200 games as a Tiger, which tells you everything about how important he was to the organization, even when he wasn't the headline. Now let's get to the season that made Tigers history, 1984. The team didn't just win a World Series. It dominated, and Brookens was right in the middle of it, appearing in over 100 games that year. Here's what's easy to forget. Championship seasons are marathons. You don't get through 162 games with only stars. You need players who can step in, cover gaps, keep the lineup steady, and deliver at least a couple "how did he do that?" moments. Brookens had one of those moments on September 18, 1984, a late home run at Tiger Stadium in the stretch run. It's the kind of swing that doesn't always get replayed as often as a World Series highlight. But it's part of the fabric of why teams get there in the first place. And when you look back, you see Brookens as a true championship roster piece, someone who helped keep the Tigers sharp while the stars did star things. If you only know Brookens as that guy from the 80s Tigers, you're missing the fun stuff. Let's jump back to August 20th, 1980. Brookens goes 5 for 5, and on top of that, he starts a triple play. That's not solid night. That's what in the world just happened. It's one of those games that instantly turns a player into a story. And then there's the kind of moment that defines utility guy legend status. July 20th, 1985. The Tigers get into a wild one, and due to injuries and substitutions, they basically run out of catcher options. So what happens? Tom Brookens, an infielder, ends up catching extra innings despite never having caught a pro game before. 5 innings behind the plate in a major league game, learning it on the fly. That's not just versatility, that's baseball chaos, and Brookens surviving it. That right there is why teammates love guys like this. They're not asking, is this my position? They're asking, what do we need to do to win? Brookens' Tigers' legacy isn't about being a superstar. It's about being the guy who mattered more than the back of the baseball card suggested. He was a fixture on competitive Detroit teams, played the game with edge, and brought real value, defensively, strategically, and culturally. And long after his playing days, he even came back to the Tigers as a coach, staying connected to the organization and the city. In a baseball world that's always chasing the next big name, Tom Brookens is a reminder that winning teams are built with layers, stars, specialists, and the tough, adaptable players who keep the whole thing standing. If you enjoyed this deep dive Tigers story, drop a like, subscribe, and comment.